Okay, so chapter 2 is a little bit more interesting. This is pretty different from what I presented before because I realized you could give more kills to Alir than I did before. And now, with we have given Marth and the ability to level up our bond rank with Marth, that's a lot more important than it was even last map, although we did give all the kills to Alir in Prologue as well. So I think before my initial strategy was have Vander weaken the archer and then have Clan take that kill. But in fact, we can just let the archer live for a turn
As your steward.
by having Vander weaken the axe fighter, just completely ignoring the whole break tutorial, really. And then having Vander weaken him as well. Or having Clan weaken him as well. That leaves him on exactly 1 HP for Alir to kill.
All right.
We can do this now, but actually it's better if we put Fram in position first, because again, you can only get support points on player phase, so if you've got someone who's moving last and isn't actually doing anything, you might as well move them into position to support first. So Fram will wait here, and then we'll finish off the enemy from between Fram and Clan. Yes, there are 1% crit rates here. I think the enemies on this map are allowed to crit. Some of the early game enemies, basically every map through chapter 4, there's at least some enemies who have flags that make them unable to crit or unable to dodge or things like that, but that tends to go away after chapter 4. Yeah, Marion, the trouble is I'm mostly getting 60 FPS, but occasionally it looks like I'm dipping down to like 38, which is making this a little bit choppier than it could have been. Okay, so next step, obviously we're going to give this kill to Alir as well, and we want to weaken Lumera just a little bit.
Queen Lumera.
Now, Alir obviously can't kill this archer by herself, but if she engages Marth, she does a little over half damage. If she uses Lodestar Rush, it's an instant kill. Engage attacks actually give you more bond points than regular attacks do, and killing enemies gives you more bond points than just chipping them. So we're going to maximize our bond points off of this enemy by Lodestar Rushing.
Fate has brought us here. This is it. I live to fight.
Yeah, this run is no DLC, either way. Okay. So that archer will always be either here or here, so this positioning always works. And Lumera can reach Alir's right side now, no matter what. Okay, so we'll just have Ram stand right here. We don't need her to heal Alir. We can. We're guaranteed to have the opportunity to heal because Alir will always gain HP on her first level. But we're just going to preserve that staff for now. It is kind of important for Fram to hit level 2 on schedule so that she gains HP at a point where we no longer need her to chain guard. But that's not going to come up until next chapter. Okay.
There is no help.
Okay.
Here until the end.
And now we could set up so that we could fight Numero once with Alir and then defeat her on enemy phase. I believe she's scripted to always attack Alear, if possible. But again, because you get more bond points for defeating an enemy than for weakening them, and you only get bond points on player phase, it's kind of better to go ahead and finish off Lumera on this player phase instead of waiting until enemy phase. So we're going to get some more support points with for Clan, with Vander, and with Alear by attacking right here. And then we'll move Vander next to Alear to get those support points as well as we attack using the rapier. Any thought on clan class? We're not going to do a lot of clan training in this stream. I think there are exciting things you can do with clan. If you're going to stick with mage, I think Mage Knight is just better. If you want to go physical, there's lots of cool stuff you can do if you reclass to Axe Fighter early and then go Berserker or Warrior and then potentially transition into something else like Wyvern Rider or Wolf Knight.
Wait over there a moment. All right. If everyone is in position.
Burrito, no one's a bench warmer right now. We're going to be using every unit we have all the way through Chapter 6. So improving their hit rates is pretty helpful. And everyone gets at least 10 hit from a C support. So interestingly, the place where Alear appears on this turn seems to depend on exactly where you're positioned last turn when you defeated Lumera. And with this configuration, it always seems to be like this. So when Clan attacks this Axe Fighter, he's going to benefit from Divinely Inspiring and also, earn more support with Alear along the way. And then we can again move on to this Emblem Energy to recharge Marth and weaken the Axe Fighter at the same time. We won't kill him on enemy phase. Will you be giving everyone Canter? Actually, on this stream, we'll be giving no one Canter. You can believe it. Vander waits northwest of Fram. So Vander will be weakening this Lance Fighter and just drawing in this Archer, who will be forced to move here or here to shoot him. And then we'll just have Ram stand here for the time being. And now, for the first time, we're giving a kill to someone other than Alear, and it's actually Vander. It's kind of gross, but it is what it is. Is that a setting to revert to classic movement? Yes. In the options, you can switch between direct control and cursor control. Okay. So by killing that Lance Fighter, we've opened up this space so that Alear can run 4 full spaces to the west before fighting this this Archer. Before we do that, we're going to have a Clan run west as far as you can and weaken that Archer. Hey Guillermo, welcome to the stream. Right, so now we can engage Marth.
Emblem Engage.
And the Rapier gives us enough power to finish off the Archer. Yep. Yes, I'm emulating it. Big Zonks. I think the engage scenes run at a weird speed with the patch. Not totally sure though. Okay, and then we need to heal Alir up so that she survives this Axe Fighter. So that's Ram's job. That's a lot of skills. Right, so we have 2 turns of engagement left, and we want to kill both Cavaliers and also Lumera with Alir. So to do that, we're going to run 4 spaces to the north, so that's a little bit inside the range of this closest Cav. And just heal with the Vulnerary. Yeah, one way or the other, we kind of have to use one Vulnerary. I'm just thinking. Yeah. Because either Vander has to get healed or Alir has to get healed. So Fram can take care of one of them, but the other one has to use their item. Let's go ahead and have the item used by Alir. Because I actually don't think it makes... No, I think she does get actually substantially more experience from healing Vander as a level 16 unit than she does from healing a level 2 Alir. Right. Oh, actually, I could have done this slightly differently. Put Vander here. Heal from the right with Fram. By the way, this is in range of Lumera. When she activates Gallop, she'll be able to go well past where Alir is and go attack Vander. But that's what we want. We want her to go attack Vander first. Okay. We're going to put Clan here. She's scripted to always attack Vander on her first move, if she can. So she'll run down here, she'll attack Vander, and then canter away 2 spaces, which would be up this way or this way, I think. I don't think she can't go into the woods or thicket to the right here because that costs 3 move, and I don't think she ever just moves 1 space if she can move 2 instead. So this formation kind of corrals her and forces her to move back to the north or the northwest.
Your teamwork is inspiring. Now it's time for...
Yeah. And then we get the kill on this Cav, and the other one will... All right. So with that, I think just to double. So if you use, so an important thing to know about this battle is that it doesn't matter if units die. But if we were to use Vander to attack Alir, or to attack Lumera while adjacent to Alir, and also have Clan adjacent to Alir, which is possible with some maneuvering, and we could heal Vander first, and they together could defeat Lumera. And that's what I did before. But I realized that, once again, after her first attack, Lumera is scripted, apparently, to fight Alir. So if we just weaken her a lot, but leave her on a little bit of HP, and we chain guard for Alir so that Lumera can't break her with her lance, then we can defeat Lumera on enemy phase. Okay. So we're going to use Lodestar Rush again. We might as well. It's our last turn of engagement, and that gives us the most bond points.
My prayers are with you. I live to fight again.
Is this bond level 3 and break defenses, which is nice. Now we can ship Lumera with Clan. So no matter whether she moved to north from Vander or northwest, we can always attack her from this square, which is adjacent to Clan. Yeah. Or adjacent to Alir, rather. And now, Vander sacrifices himself. So he'll die, but not really, if he attacks Lumera. But by doing this, he drops her from 13 HP to 3. Alir has 15 attack, so only she only deals 5 damage plus 2 from the extra Divine Speed attack. So we need that extra chip damage for her to defeat Lumera on enemy phase. So goodbye, Vander. You don't get support with Clan for doing this, unfortunately. You only get support points for the battle, and he won't exist after this battle. It's okay. He gets better. And then lastly, we can run up above Alir and Chain Guard.
This is certainly more of a challenge.
Your enemies will not hold back, and neither
Now,
will
a slight
I.
difference you could
That
do
is
is,
why you must
or optimization you can make here is,
What a
we did
delight
allow
it is to
Lumera to
see
get
you
onto this
battle
thicket.
after all these years.
If Ram had healed Alir on that previous turn instead of healing Vander, then she would have been close
I'm
enough to
proud
move onto
see
the
you
thicket,
working together so well.
and Chain Guard from there to prevent Lumera from occupying it. But it's a matter of whether you want more experience on Fram or more reliability on that attack. But anyway, that's chapter 2 in just 7 turns, and we gave every kill but that one Lance Fighter to Alir.
Well, Father, thank you.
This is...
Okay, we do have to pick up the iron ingots here. That's pretty important. But otherwise, you can't adopt any of the animals here in Lethos, so nothing else to do here but leave.